what they're saying, it might be Gervonta.
I told him the sweet sign. It's a sweet sign.
No, it is, but I'm gonna tell you, he ain't.
I know. I understand that.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he couldn't, but look, he can bounce back, and it's all good. And in his last 4 performances, I mean, he dominated, walked guys down, so on and so forth. So like,
He didn't want to make excuses about it. He wasn't.
I know.
But instead of pulling out, he was having fun.
Of course.
But,
it happens. I mean, you never know how you feeling. Sometimes, we don't get passes when you boxing.
And it's all on.
It's all on you. So I mean, he was able to deal with that. Anyhow.
Who poses the greatest Davis? Tank. Okay.
Tank, I believe Tank does, because Haney is not a big puncher. 1, 2, Haney's going up to 140 pounds. I don't see him coming back down. I mean, I see all the weight he's putting on. But Tank's the guy, man. Tank's the guy I want to see Shakur fight next. However, I already know what it's going to be. Shakur definitely knows that he's going to have to take short money if that was going to happen. They're going to use that against him. I get it. They're going to say, well, look, you don't sell out no arenas. You don't bring anything to the table, so why? They're going to say, you're going to run all night. You're going to this. So, they're going to say everything they possibly can for the fight not to happen. But I think the fight should happen. I still want to see, who can win that battle. Again, my money's on Shakur. I think the defense wins championships. I could be wrong. Tank is an animal. He can fight. But he has yet to be in the ring with a guy that's as smart as Shakur and a guy that's on his level, IQ level. So, but the punching power of Tank. And my man Sean alluded to this. He said, hey, it seems like a repeated thing. Anytime Shakur gets in the ring with somebody that can punch, this is what he does. Backwards. Yeah. But however, I could just tell you this guy had punching power all the way through the fight. And as a fighter, and I fought guys that had that thud all the way through the fight, and you're cautious. And you don't want to throw power punches, because when you throw power punches, you leave yourself exposed most of the time. You leave yourself open. Throw a power shot, you miss. Now you're exposed for a big shot or a big counter. Before I knew that, this guy had quick reactions. This guy can punch with either hand. He felt that. He truly felt that. And so he's extremely cautious during the course of the fight. Plus, on top of that, he said he didn't feel well. I don't know what was going with him emotionally. I don't know how he was feeling. So that's another thing. And then another thing is that he only threw 27 left hands. And what I heard in the past was, going in from Mark Prego is that his hand was hurt. So he had went to one of his sparring sessions, his hand was hurt. And so maybe that's the reason why he didn't throw the left hand. But there's no excuses at the end of the day, man. I'm trying to make for Shakur Stevenson. For me, just for me, I think that he's blessed us with, 3 or 4 great performances where he stood and he was training with guys and he was confident and he was there and he put on some great performances. So I'm not holding him to this performance. You know what I mean? I know everybody will say, oh, this and that. Everybody can say what you want to say. I know everybody was probably looking for me to bash him and so on. So I've already done that. Shakur is not happy with his performance. So understand that. He's been there before. He's been here before. And trust me, this young man, he will bounce back. So
he takes accountability.
Of course. But that's what true champions do. But again, everybody has off nights. Tonight was his night. He was off tonight. But again, I look at the performances that he did before in the past. I'm like, bro, I'm still a fan. I still believe in you. And a lot of people might jump ship and be like, Shakur ain't nothing, and they might jump on somebody else, but not this guy right here. I'm a Shakur Stevenson fan. I think he has the goods, and I think he's going to be pound for pound number 1.
He still dominates ring 35.
Oh yeah, I still got Shakur because defense, man, you can't hit him. You can't hit him, bro. If Tank got the bomb, but if Tank can't land that bomb or figure out a way to land that bomb, then how is he going to beat him? You know what I'm saying?
What about 140? 140, same story?
I don't know. I really don't know. You know, you gotta watch him, you know, mature a little bit, get a fight there, see how well he does with the weight class. 140 is a beast weight class, bro. It is. It's a beast weight class. You know, you see Haney going up there and he's testing his waters, and he's taking a dangerous opponent. You know, and Regis Prograis, who can punch with either hand. You know, I tip my hat off to Haney. Haney's a beast. He really is. He's a beast.
No. Oh, that was it. Okay.
Go ahead.
Tim, how does Benavidez Boo Boo go to, next weekend?
Yeah.
That's a great fight. That's a really good fight. I'm leaning more towards Benavidez because he has experience at 168 pounds. I would say Boo Boo, I think he has a good chance. I think early on, I think he can box, he can mix it up, he can be aggressive early on, and he can sweep some of the early rounds. But, you know, he has a tendency, and that's his MO, to kind of fade and kind of fall asleep on the back end of the fights, on the back end of his fights, and he did that at 160. He did it at 54 as well. So, but if Boo Boo is extremely conditioned, I mean, worked extremely hard, if he's in tip-top shape, you know, if he can stay on his feet and not get dropped or knocked down, you know, and at least win 7 rounds out of 12, he can win the fight. But again, that motor gets going, that punching power, that consistency, and the volume, and just the punch choices that Benavidez make, and he has, because he has a full arsenal, and he changes speeds up on you too. You know, I gotta go with that.
What about Benavidez Charlo?
Charlo? I don't know.
MGM says media's got to clear out here.
I'm out of here.
You mentioned Regis Devin just quickly. How does that go, Regis Devin? Regis.
Which way are we going? Exit that way.